what we have here is a Jeep 4-liter 6-cylinder, straight 6. And what I'm going to show you is how to replace the thermostat in this engine, which is located right here in front of the valve cover on the cylinder head. Right there it is. So, first thing we must do is drain the coolant from the radiator. Now, to drain the radiator, or the coolant from the radiator in the engine, you go right near the battery. So we can show you this from up here. You can see it too well, right down there. So we get the light on it. It's a little tab. You have to get it from underneath. Light is almost on it. See right there. See, we got to go from underneath to get it. Okay. Find it with the camera. There it is. So right there is the tab, and there's our drain bucket, coolant catch, whatever you want to call it. Alright, I'm gonna do that and let it drain. Alright, so there you go. So we let it drain, and then we can proceed. Now we're going to remove the coolant temperature sensor. There's a tab on the other side here. Push that down, it slides right out. See that tab right there? And like that, you just push down, it slides right out. Now we're going to remove the 2 hoses. This is the heater core bypass tube. Don't pull on it, you should push on it. Put it out of your way. Top radiator hose. Now if you pull on the hose, it tightens up like, I guess they would call them Chinese handcuffs. Tightens up around here. What you want to do is just get it, but push it right off. Now we're going to remove the 2 water outlet bolts. The one underneath, I won't be able to see it too well. Okay. Pretty tight in here. bottom bolt. Take the top one out. We're gonna have to clean up this water outlet housing pretty good, really good. Oil and oxidization off of it so it seals properly. Now we'll remove the coolant housing, thermostat housing. Usually you have to use like a rubber mallet. Don't beat on it too hard. Just give it slight taps. They'll eventually come free. So nobody used the gasket on this, so it came off pretty easy. But now we gotta clean it really good. Brake clean and wire brush. Alright, now we gotta clean the area really good with brake clean. Always make sure your area is nice and clean. Better view what you're looking at. Now we're gonna have to clean that with a angle grinder. There. I'm gonna put a new cookie on. I'm gonna clean it. You gotta make sure that area is nice and clean. I'll show you now what it looks like, and I'll show you after I'm done cleaning it. Alright, here we go. We cleaned up the cylinder head where the housing attaches to. Pretty good. You can see that too good. There's that. Here is the housing, thermostat housing. You can see I cleaned it up pretty good. So let's attach it. We're going to install the new thermostat, which is here. There's the old one. Fit that right in there. Make sure you put it in right, or it will overheat. Okay. Alright, I'm not too fond of this method, but it helps hold the gasket material on. What I do is I get a little bit of RTV sealant, just a little bit, and I apply it to the housing. I spread it around lightly. Just enough so it could hold the gasket on, so we could put it in place. Make sure it's nice and thin, and make sure it's evenly around. If it's uneven, it will create leaks. You put the gasket on like that. And it stays on. Okay, let's install it. Also cleaned the bolts up pretty good. Make sure your thermostat stays in there. You have to make sure your thermostat's in there or you will crack the housing if it comes out of place. We snug them up pretty good. Top one. Top goes on. She's all nice. Clean her up. Get your core bypass tube on. Tighten her up. Snap her back in place. Fill her up with antifreeze and you're good to go. Easy as that. Thanks for watching. Please comment below. Oh yeah, don't forget to pressure test your radiator, your cooling system. Make sure there's no leaks. Again, thanks for watching. Please comment below.